What is up, everybody? Right here, and we are back with more zombie survivors. In today's video, we are going to do sort of a hold your ground ability type build. And what we're going to try to do, I know this isn't going to be the most optimal thing ever. Like, I'm not going to try to beat any sort of records here, but I'm going to kind of try to set up a build where we can just sort of try to just stand in one place for most of the time. We kind of did something similar to this a long time ago when the game first released, where we're going to focus heavily on the SWAT's turret and the engineer's turret. So we're going to be taking those two classes, and then we're also going to take the tank and we're going to try to load up the minigun, and then we're going to do kind of minefields. We're going to get like all his abilities, but I'm going to kind of mostly focus on the minefields. An ability we don't really see, I guess, focused on too much. And we're probably kind of gonna do some of the airstrike too. So we'll start off with the engineer. I'm gonna pick up the SWAT second preferably, and this is gonna be mainly an ability build. So like any sort of upgrade we see for ability cooldown, ability damage, ability duration. There's so many different ability upgrades now that you can do in this game, because they added ability duration, ability area. They put ability crit back in the game. And so we want to do that. And I want to see if we can get kind of our turrets, especially the SWAT's turret, just doing kind of really high DPS. So that's kind of what we're going to test out today a little bit. So start off with the engineer. We'll do isolated city since we did the other map last time, and we'll do it on endless mode. So we're not going to do too much on the weapons. This is pretty much going to be straight up ability. I'm not going to really take any elemental damage or any of that kind of stuff either. I'm not going to take a ton of movement speed. I probably won't take a lot of survivability. As I say, I'm not going to take movement speed. I will take movement speed over weapon attack stuff though, I think. I'm not going to banish any of these either. Literally, as I say, we're not going to take... weapons are going to be the least of my priority here. Movement speed is going to be not super imperative, but we are going to have to move around in our area. So, like when we set up our ground, I'm not literally just going to hold still. We're going to have to kind of circle around back and forth. And then we are going to have to move when SOSs and crates appear. So I guess I'm trying to justify why I would take movement speed. And that's gonna be it. But again, I'm not gonna prioritize it. I just don't care too much about our weapon attacks. So like, here we go. We're gonna take ability crit damage. Okay, we'll try to get like a little bit of everything. I do want to make sure we upgrade our weapons though, but it is a little harder now. All right, we're not going to pick anybody up yet. Okay, see, I don't really want any of these. Weapon cooldown reduction. I think I can banish the weapon cooldown reduction. And then I think I'll re-roll these. Wow, we're really not getting the ones we want. I don't want to waste too many of my rerolls on those, because I think I'd rather save my... Oh man, weapon crit chance 10. Do we just take that? The legendary? I'm literally doing the opposite of what I said I was going to do this build. Alright, let's do the turret. All right, we'll do ability damage. This should be a fun build, because I'm glad to see that they added a ton of, because this game was heavily geared towards weapon builds mostly. Abilities weren't really that great, especially when they took out all the critical damage. But now that they added all of that back and ability duration and ability crit and ability area, I guess that's kind of what we're trying to find out today, like how good are the abilities now. Let's do the slingshot. Weapon critical chance, ability critical chance, and ability area. Ability area is going to be good because it's going to affect our... I'm assuming it's going to affect our turret. It's going to affect our energy shield. It'll probably affect some of the tank's abilities too. Okay, let's get one electrocution. We'll take luck. All right, let's do ability. Ability cooldown reduction is probably going to be our priority. All right, let's do our last level of turret. I'll pick up the SWAT now whenever I see the SWAT. So first time we see the SWAT, we'll pick him up. Ability cooldown reduction. Okay, no SWAT. I wish we could banish. We'll liberate. If we don't see the SWAT next time, then maybe we'll reroll. Because I do want to get the SWAT soonish, so I can start leveling up his automatic turret. All right, here's a good one. Ooh, this is actually, let's see. So homing pigeon or wrench, ability damage 10%, ability crit, or I think we just take this one. I think we just take the homing pigeon. Because I don't know if I fully want to nerf my weapons, you know? Okay, let's max out energy shield. Okay, we'll definitely do ability area. All right, we'll do armor. We're gonna try a full armor build at some point too, since they changed how that worked. Kind of everything they changed, I want to try doing a build for now. All right, let's do taser. Because they don't give you a set armor now. Now it's just a straight up percentage and a damage reduction, so... I want to see what happens if we just build our armor up as high as we can. Obviously, we'd start off with the tank and then kind of go from there. Okay, I want to see SWAT now. I hope I don't have to waste rerolls for it, but we will. Because I don't want to wait too long. I don't want to wait too much longer to get the SWAT. We're going to take the XP modifier almost every time, too. Okay, sweet. SWAT right here. Love to see it. So then as soon as we get our automatic turret, we can kind of start working on our hold our ground kind of build. So you can kind of see how this will work. See, like I'll get my electric turrets placed down, and then as soon as we get our automatic turret, we'll have our automatic turret too. See, so that's going to be how this is kind of going to work. And so the idea is going to be to obviously hold our ground, to just kind of stay there and let everything else do its damage, so we're not... Because if we run around, then the mobs are going to chase us, and our turrets aren't going to be doing their full work. And then if we can get our cooldown reduction low enough, we'll have multiple turrets out at the same time. Things like that. You've seen the build. We've done it before. It's nothing super new. Let's do the rare healing bonuses. But I am interested now to see how it does with all the ability changes they put in the game. Okay, I think we're gonna re-roll these. Let's banish magnet range. Okay, ability cooldown reduction. And then obviously anytime we see an SOS or a crate show up, then we move. All right, let's do the pistol, because we do want to get to the assault rifle. All right, now we go on the move. We lose the safety of our fortress. I'm not going to take the tank for a while, at least until I think we need him. Okay, well, I guess we're right on the move already. The tank is definitely the least important character in this build, but... So we'll definitely take him last. Alright, we're gonna banish... No, I don't... Should I banish this? I don't know. The electric damage modifier... Because I don't care about the magnet range. Picking up money drop gives you 3-second. I don't care. We can banish this. And I think we'll just re-roll these probably. Okay, this one's not bad, but we're not going to be standing still that often. But I think we will take this. Because part of the reason I don't want to stand still is because then we're just going to get all our turrets stacking on each other. But, you know, we can move. Like, we can move from place to place, kind of see if we can try to utilize it. That's a new item, so I'm not... I'm not used to standing still in this game. So I don't really know how much I want that item or not. But we can see. 20% weapon damage is pretty nice. And since we are doing, it does sort of fit with the whole hold your ground build. So I guess we'll kind of see how it goes. All right, let's I guess we'll take max health. All right, let's do ability crit chance. We'll do, as long as there's something I like up here, then I guess we'll do weapon damage. As long as there's an ability or a level up I like, then I'm not gonna necessarily reroll, because we want to level up his pistol, even though I do want to focus on getting the turret up as high as I can. Okay, let's do, this is tough. Let's do ability area, I guess. Luck is usually a top priority, though, I think. But I do like ability area. Alright, we'll liberate this. Alright, we'll do the turret. Alright, we'll take the duct tape again, probably. Weapon cooldown, ability duration, and cooldown reduction. That's pretty good. Alright, we'll do the armor. Alright. Now we got both our turrets maxed out, so that's good. Now we need to get more of that cooldown reduction. Alright, on the move. Again, I'm not gonna pick up the tank until, well, I'm trying to think now. What do I... We have the turret. No, because I still want to level up the weapons. So we'll wait on the tank a little bit. Ability damage. Ability crit damage. What's our ability crit chance? 11%. That's not super high. I'm gonna love to see how much damage these turrets do. See, now we have 2 turrets out at the same time, which is nice. And as long as we keep increasing the duration too. All right, let's do SMG. Let's do ability area. That was a good one. Ability critical damage, 10%. It wasn't chance, right? I'm pretty sure that was, yeah, the damage. If it was chance, that would have been even better. All right, let's do. Okay, I think we're literally not going to have any fire, so let's banish the fire damage, right? Yeah, we're not going to have any fire, so let's just get rid of that. I'm going to reroll these. All right. This one's tough because I don't know if I want to take the weapon damage. I like the ability. Yeah, sure. We're committing to the build, right? We're going all in on abilities, so. Your weapons are just so strong, though, that it doesn't feel right to nerf your weapons. All right, let's get Ricochet in here. All right, we'll do we'll do the legendary health regeneration. I'm always gonna take the legendary. It almost doesn't matter what it is. If there's a legendary upgrade, I'm gonna take it. Do you like the attack speed legendary? I'll take that. I like how this is working so far, though. Although you can tell we're in deep dew when we run away. All right. Let's see. We can probably take the tank now. All right. We can banish. We'll do our last banish because we're not going to have any ice damage. So that's... We'll get rid of that one. I don't want to do glass cannon. I don't want to do this one. I probably actually could have banished this one too. Let's re-roll. Okay, we'll take the cooldown reduction and the weapon cooldown reduction. All right, not the ones I wanted to see. I want to see, I guess we could do it. Let's do helicopter strike. We haven't taken that yet. I want to see minefield. That's going to be the more important one that we take for the tank. That's going to be the first one we level up, and then probably bombing strike. I mean, both of them are probably pretty good for this type of build. I just like the idea of doing the minefield first, because I don't think anybody ever really does the minefield. Alright, we'll do the lifesteal stuff. I would love it if that worked on the abilities. I doubt it does. Okay, well, we might as well stick with the lifesteal stuff then. We're gonna have, sorry. my cough is still there. We're gonna have a lot of fast firing weapons, so I think lifesteal is actually kind of good for this, because we're gonna get the assault rifle, we're gonna get the minigun, and then I'm gonna take the laser. So that just gives us more opportunity for lifesteals. We're not gonna have any slow fired weapons. Okay, let's do minefield. So I just want to see weapon damage 132. Okay, I'm just making sure it's working, because it is a public beta, so some of the stuff kind of doesn't work all the time. Guess I gotta just test it out and make sure it's working. All right, let's do the armor. Okay, we'll do the XP modifier over the healing bonuses. Okay, we'll do this one again. We'll do the weapon critical chance ability and ability area. Alright, where's our SOS? Okay. They're kind of coming around the same time, so I knew we were going to get the SOS really soon. Alright, we'll do the minefield again. It's harder to get cooldown reduction now because I think they changed how some of those items work. Because I think before it was nuts and bolts that gave you just straight up 10% cooldown reduction. I don't think that does that anymore. I don't know if there is an item anymore. I don't remember seeing one that gives you a straight up 10% cooldown reduction anymore. We'll pick up this magnet along the way. Alright, let's do the SMG. Neither of these are ideal. I'll take... I know we're not going to have any health, but I guess the 50... max life is okay. Alright, let's do ability. Cool. Ability crit damage. Rare upgrade. Oh, I shouldn't have picked up that magnet. I just used the magnet. See, the minefields are cool because you can see them. They kind of get placed all throughout the area. And then boom. Boom goes the dynamite. Alright, let's get bombing strike. I don't know if bombing strike is affected by area size, because I was trying that out in one of my other builds. Like, see, because look how small it is. Oh man, this is tough because I really want... Okay, we can lock these down. Let's lock down Vampire Survivor and we'll take Solar Panel. I know it's only level 1, but it doesn't feel... I don't know if it gets the benefit of area size. You'd think it would, though. No, we definitely don't do a lot of damage when we're on the move. Kind of trying to get a screen cap here too, you know. Something for our thumbnail. All right, let's do the SMG so we can get that to the assault rifle. All right, now we'll take electric damage. Let's lock that down. No, let's lock down Vampire Survivor and we'll take the electric damage modifier. Because that's going to be all his abilities. I didn't even really think of that before when we were thinking about the other one that had the electric modifier, the 5%. I should have thought about that. Because that's going to be, like, everything the engineer uses is going to be electric. Ability damage 5%. Let's go. It's like we have, oh no, we have 3. I was gonna say it looks like we have 4, but that was my energy shield. XP modifier. Alright, let's do the Tesla. Alright, we're gonna lock this down too. Well, let's lock down the Vampire Survivor again, and we're definitely gonna take the bell and whistle. This is actually probably one of the best things we can get. That's a really good one. Because the negative, who cares? Who cares about the minus money? I'll take minus money any day for some damage upgrades and duration. Alright, let's do the lifesteal chance. It looks like the helicopter area might be getting bigger. I'm trying to... It's really hard to... Oh, it's really hard to tell. But the helicopter strike does kind of look bigger than what I remember it being. Right? Doesn't that look pretty big? Alright, let's do... Okay, now we can take this. These ones we don't need. I don't need ice at all, so we'll take the Vampire Survivor now. We might I think we're gonna reroll these. Yeah, that helicopter strike definitely looks bigger. Unless I just don't really remember it being that big. But that looks pretty huge. All right. I don't want the sniper or the blaster, so let's take the EMP grenade. Since we did go heavily into lifesteal, I do want to see more. I do want to see faster attack speed. I don't really want either of these either. The health regeneration isn't the worst. The money modifier is horrible, so I guess we'll just take the med kit. I can take the movement speed debuff for 5 seconds because we're not really going to move anyways. I know what's gonna kill us is we're just gonna kind of be hanging out here, and because I'm kind of holding still sometimes, one of those butchers is gonna come up and just kind of come up from the top of the screen where we can't really see him, and he's just gonna one-shot me and we're gonna die. And then that's gonna be it. All our hard work down the drain because we're gonna get one-shotted by the Axeman at some point. I can almost guarantee that's how we're gonna die. That would be my prediction. Okay, man, this is a tough one. We'll take the XP modifier. I feel like I have to take that one anytime it shows up. I don't want any of these. I don't really want, no, I don't want to take the glass cannon. It's like, it's tempting. But then it's like, if we're gonna get one shot, we're gonna get one shot no matter what happens. Tough, man, tough one. Right? Because the bosses are gonna one shot us either way and we're gonna die. So yeah, sure, let's try it. We'll see what happens. %10 ability damage is quite a buff. I guess we'll find out. Because the bosses, every time I've died in this game, has been to a one-shot. So that's usually how it goes. Okay, let's get the assault rifle. And you can tell our weapons just lack serious damage. Like when we were trying to kill that boss right there, just us. It's too tough. Even right now, he's kind of taking a while to kill. I still think that reload build might be the best one we've done. Look how long it takes to kill this guy. I feel like it takes too long. I wish I could re-roll these. I've never really skipped anything, but I almost want to skip this. Yeah. Alright, let's do ability area. Damn, that guy's not dead yet. Okay, there he goes. We almost have infinite energy shield. Almost. All right, let's do, out of these, let's do the saw blades. Okay, out of this one, we'll definitely take solar panel. Look how long it takes to kill this guy. Yikes. All right, we got, come on, die a little bit quicker here. Oh man, yeah, I definitely fear for us. All right, let's do ability crit chance. All right, let's do, man, we barely got any of these weapons up here. We're gonna lock down assault rifle, and I'm gonna upgrade the shotgun. Man, I was really hoping that our just automatic turrets would just drain these bosses and do so much damage. Especially now that we have ability crit and ability damage going. See, this I might, man, I might skip this. Because what happens when we skip? We get like half of our level up back. I don't want to take weapon damage, ability damage down. The modifier is cool, but no. I don't want to take the ability cooldown reduction for weapon reduction. Let's just try skipping it. I think it gives us like half a level. Skip. Oh, you actually have to hold it. Wow, it doesn't even give you half a level. Huh, okay. Curious, I wanted to see how that worked too. Definitely not worth skipping then. I kind of knew it wasn't gonna be worth skipping, but I thought maybe we would get at least half a level back, but it doesn't give you half a level. So we have 4 electric turrets out at the same time. And we get about 3, yeah, we get 3 assault turrets out at the same time too now. Let's do the luck. If I see the hopefully we see more rerolls coming up here. Yeah, how long it takes to kill these bosses is definitely scaring me a little bit. Okay, we'll just take the assault rifle. I don't need to lock any of those down. See this guy, he's gonna come in. He's only gonna get faster and faster and faster too, you know? He's just gonna come in so quick one time and just smash us. We even did glass cannon too, and we're not doing much. Okay, see, this is what I was talking about, the electric damage. We're gonna take this one though. What we really could use is a decoy. Fortunately, we don't have anybody that can do a decoy. If we didn't do necessarily a stand your ground type of build, we could have, if I want to do more of a just a straight up ability damage build, maybe we try running the, oh, let's take the laser. Maybe we try running the pyro. Because the pyro does have a decoy, and his Molotov cocktail seems like it could be a pretty good ability to do ability damage and all of that stuff. So that could be a fun one to try, because that gets affected by area size, so you can make it really large like our electric turret is right now. So that would be a fun thing to try. Am I in that? Alright, let's do the electric damage. Oh, sorry. Elemental damage. As soon as I picked it, I was like, oh, that didn't say electric, but that's okay. It was elemental. Elemental still works. I instantly saw the E and went right towards electric. Alright, let's do ability crit chance. No, I just wanted to get one of those, dang it. Let's do the shotgun. Oh, see that's the problem with standing still. That's why I don't like standing still. But I feel like I have to sometimes because it just gives us so much more weapon damage. And it feels like it really picked up. At some point in this game, it always feels like it just ramps the difficulty up super hard. How many turrets do we even have out at the same time? Do we have 5 turrets out now? Ooh, 10% ability critical chance? Holy cow, that's a lot. I was not expecting it to be at 10% for the legendary. So our weapon critical chance is at 36. We do 153 damage and then 240 critical damage. Look how long it takes to kill this guy. Alright, we'll take the pump action. I mean, I do want to get to the minigun. The good thing is the minions aren't really getting to us. They're kind of all getting electrocuted and then they're dying pretty much by the time they can get to us. It's the bosses that are the worrisome part. And they're faster than us too. I like this self-care. Oh no, I should have locked down. Dang it. Should have locked down the vampire. That vacuum one is really good because it's almost like a revive. You know, you get super low and then all of a sudden it just sucks up all the hearts on the map and it fills up your health. And it works every minute too, so it's only on a 1 minute cooldown. It's really good. It's really good. And it doesn't wait until you die. Just once you get to 20% health, it'll pick you up. So it's not going to prevent you from the one-shots, but you know, if you have enough armor, health, or maybe you're just getting hit by minions a bunch of times or something, that's when it really helps out. Okay, man, horrible options. Let's take the banishes though. All right, let's do. I should get at least one Fury Unleashed, but since we have all this electrical damage, I kind of want to make sure I'm utilizing that too. So I want to make sure we have the laser as strong as we can get it. Oh no! See, man, I knew that was gonna happen. I thought I timed that right though, because I purposely stopped, let him swing, and then move out of the way. I didn't think we were gonna get hit by that. Man, that's such a bummer. We were doing so good, but I knew we were gonna get one shot at some point. Oh man, I'm so sad. See, I guess our turret did a lot, but this is kind of This is kind of why it doesn't make sense to necessarily do an ability build. Like, look how much damage everything else did. It just didn't do anything. But if you upgrade your weapons, you can get these doing like 5,000 damage. If you upgrade your weapon build, you'll be doing 5,000 damage. We didn't come close to that, even with our turret. 1600's good, but we had to put everything, almost every single one of our level ups went into some sort of ability damage, ability crit, and it still didn't even out damage our assault rifle in terms of DPS. Our helicopter only did 666. Let's see. Like our minefields 352, like what, that's barely nothing. Our bombing strike 104. Granted, we didn't level it up, but everything did half of what our weapons did. And we actively didn't take weapon upgrades. Sometimes we even took weapon downgrades. And then even here our laser did 940. The turret actually was the most DPS on this. So interesting. It was interesting to find out. I don't think this is a very good build though, unfortunately. I just don't think ability is there yet. I think you're still way better off just building weapon, like weapon attack speed, weapon cooldown reduction, and then just like damage and crit. Just upgrading all of these, and I think you're way better off. Do this, movement speed, like XP modifiers, luck, and then get all those like lifesteal things. I think you're way better off with that. Yeah, that's a bummer. I'm a little sad we died as early as we did. I thought we'd last a little bit longer. But I thought I timed that right. Unfortunately, that's all it takes in this game is just one tiny little mistake like that and you get one shot it. But I felt like I timed it so when he swung, I would move away. But they're just too quick now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't think this is that great of a build. I hope maybe they need to buff ability damage a little bit more. I don't know, maybe give you a slightly higher innate critical chance or something. I'm not really sure how they could do this. Or where are we? Right here. Maybe just give you a higher starting crit chance. Maybe. I don't know. Maybe just buff the damage on it. I really thought our turrets would be insane damage after everything we buffed into the range and the duration and the damage and the crit. Like it was almost a 40% crit rate. So I'm assuming every bullet the turret fires has a 40% chance to crit. So that should be, you would think that would be doing a lot of damage, but I guess it doesn't do too much. 1600's good, but again, our weapon that wasn't even buffed up did just way more. All right, well, that's going to be it. We tried doing a hold your ground type build. I'm not going to totally give up on ability builds. We'll try another one because I do have another idea in mind with the pyro. So we'll kind of see how that goes. I don't know what we're going to do next, but I probably have at least 3 or 4 ideas for different builds, so keep an eye out for those. But thank you so much for watching, everybody. This has been our hold your ground turret build. Unfortunately, not as successful as I thought it was, but that was also a skill issue because I died because I got hit when I probably shouldn't have. But that's life. All right, everybody, thank you so much for watching. I hope you have a great holiday, and I will see you whenever I see you. Have a great day, everybody. Bye.